Good morning and welcome everybody to Mindful Moments. My name is Dr. Jenny DeDecker. I'm excited to be with you this morning to share a moment of pause in our day and in our week. Just something for your gaze, if that feels comfortable for you, but you're always welcome to let your eyes fall down to your desk or your lap or maybe out a window. As we move into this time together, first I encourage you to find a space that feels comfortable on your body, comfortable with your mind and with your spirit. Maybe that means laying to the floor, standing, maybe even a stretch or two before you settle into a comfortable position. Maybe even taking this last moment to turn off the cell phone or shut a door. Just allowing yourself to be present. We're approaching the time of year of a change between two very different seasons. The young, hot excitement of summer, moving into the beautiful colors of fall. The earth is starting to guide us towards a more quiet and still space. Being with the stillness and with the silence isn't always an easy process. So, as we've come together today to share some mindfulness, we'll also share a little bit of silence, knowing that we're supported by those around us, supported by our colleagues, our friends, our peers. Noise comes in a variety of ways. We usually first think of noise as a sound. Maybe in the city, that noise is sirens, cars honking, people talking, dogs barking. In a rural space where I live, that sound is often the birch leaves in the wind, crickets, frogs, the occasional car that drives by. But regardless of the kind of sound that we hear, most of us experience noise as a common part of our day. We can do our best to quiet the space around us, quiet that external noise. But then often other noise comes forward, maybe not through our ears, maybe through our eyes. Bright colors, fast motions, maybe even the changing shadows behind the lids of closed eyes. Noise now being anything that catches our attention. Maybe also through the way that we feel. Maybe there's noise coming to you from your low back or your shoulder. Maybe there's noise from a foot that's falling asleep. Again, recognizing that noise isn't always just a sound. So we can work to adjust to the body, adjust the external noise, adjust the colors and shadows behind our eyelids. And then we might find another noise. That noise that rests inside our head. The noise of the plans for the day. The noise from the plans from yesterday, having gone wrong or right. Maybe words we've said, words we wish we wouldn't have said, words we wish we would have said. The noise of our own worries, ruminating on the past or rehearsing the future. And we can work to quiet the noise by finding our breath, finding our seat. And then maybe we find more noise, images that come to mind. Maybe the words are quiet, but the pictures are there. Faces, scenes, shapes. And again, we try to quiet the noise. We can find the breath. Letting our awareness become even more internal, leaving the mind, leaving the images, coming into heart center. Finding that solid ground that rests deep in our spirit, deep in our heart, anchoring into our breath, allowing the noise to settle, soften, and fall away. And now we sit just with the noise of our own inhale, the gentle sound of the air moving through our sinuses, the gentle sound of the exhale making its way out of the body. And even that noise begins to fade away, finding ourselves resting in the silence and the stillness. Maybe the space between inhale and exhale becomes bigger and bigger. The space between exhale and inhale, seemingly timeless. Resting in this place of stillness and silence, we might become acutely aware of when our attention is pulled. Maybe the noise is creeping in through the ears, the eyes, the body. But being rooted and grounded in this place of expansive stillness and space, we can let that noise fall away with ease, continuing to turn the volume down rather than up, coming back to center. The stillness between inhale and exhale continues to grow. The stillness between exhale and inhale, quiet, expansive. Letting body, mind, and spirit take refuge in this space. Take refuge in knowing the accessibility to the stillness. Take refuge in knowing this space is always with us. Maybe even realizing that the stillness and the silence has moved into these spaces that used to produce so much noise. Noise from our body has softened. The noise in our mind seems distant. And maybe even as we come back together, prepare to transition back into our lives, transition back into the external noise. We can bring this slightly quieter, dimmer, softer experience with us. Allowing your next inhale, bring a little movement into the fingers and toes. Mindfully taking in the shapes behind the eyelids, opening to take in the colors, the images. Allowing the transition from spaciousness and quiet to shift and grow and expand, taking in the world around us and nourishing the world within us. Thank you and have a wonderful day.